The Missouri Tigers are less than 24 hours away from their SEC championship matchup with #1 Alabama. Our very own Rod Smith and Tony Mullen are following the Tigers down in Atlanta, and they have more on tomorrow's big game at the Georgia Dome.
Thanks a lot, TJ. Things are pretty quiet here in the Georgia Dome tonight, but things will certainly get loud tomorrow. This place holds about 71,500. Could see 74, 75,000 here. Missouri is a 14-point underdog to Alabama, but Tony, the Tigers have played well away from home the last couple of years.
They've done very well. Of course, 10 straight victories over the last 2 years. In true road games, they're 11-1 in games away from Faroe the last 2 seasons. Of course, that only loss right here last year in the SEC Championship.
We got to see both teams hold short walkthroughs today. Nick Saban and Alabama coming out first. They won 3 of the last 5 national championships. Blake Sims, the quarterback. Amari Cooper, the best receiver in the nation. And Tony, the Tigers need to get pressure on this offense.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. What an interesting matchup, Missouri with the most sacks in the SEC. Alabama's allowed the fewest. It'll be interesting to see how those two lines square off.
Mizzou also holding a walkthrough this morning back in Columbia. They flew in, and a little delay. They didn't get here on time, but they did walk onto the field. And Tony, they didn't do very much once they got here.
At least they walked onto the field. They didn't do that last year, from what I understand. So they did come through here.
The two coaches, Nick Saban, Gary Pinkel, good friends, college teammates.
Played at Kent State, were graduate assistants there under Don James, and you talked to both those guys. Don James was their mentor, and they spent some time together. Pretty good friends over the years, Nick Saban and Gary Pinkel.
I don't know that anybody's done a good job of coaching at a consistent level with 85 scholarships as Nick Saban has. And I'm not saying this because he's my friend. I'm telling you this because I just have great respect. To win at the level that he's won year after year after year, you don't see anybody doing it like that, okay, with his consistency.
I think it probably goes back, to his roots, our roots. Coach James was very, very successful wherever he coached. Philosophically, why, Gary has been very, very successful because we both had a great mentor to start with.
Tony, this is huge for Nick Saban and Alabama. They have to win this one if they have any chance to make the playoffs and win another national championship. But it's also huge for Missouri.
Yeah, the Tigers have been here before. They're 0-3 all-time in conference championship games. Of course, had back-to-back losses to Oklahoma in the Big 12, 2007, 2008. Lost this one here to Auburn last season. So this would be a big step for Missouri. They haven't won one of these conference championships in a long, long time.
Game time, 3 o'clock tomorrow, and you can watch it
right here on KRCG.
We'll see you later. TJ.
Thanks a lot, Tony and Rod. Our very own sports columnist Tom Leffler has more on the Mizzou showdown with Alabama in the SEC championship game. You can read all about it on our website at connectmidmissouri.com. The annual Norm Stewart Classic began tonight at Columbia College. 15 games from tonight through Sunday, 2 games this evening. Jefferson City up against Lee Summit North. OG Ananobi helped spur an early run for the Jays, sinks the tough jumper to put Jefferson City up early. And then later on, sophomore Eson Wiley with a step-back jumper in the paint. Jays led at halftime by 14 points. And Jeff City also playing above the rim. Jacob Gorley throws the alley-oop to Ananobi for the jam. Ananobi with 35 points, 11 rebounds. Jefferson City wins 64-41. They are now 2-0 on the season. In the other game tonight in the Norm Stewart Classic, the Hickman Lady Cupies matched up with Kickapoo. Hickman trailed by 2 with 4 minutes left in the game. Emily Miller knocks down the long shot. 2-pointer here to tie the game at 37, but Kickapoo finishes the game on a 10-1 run to pull away with the victory. Lady Cupies fall to Kickapoo 48-38.